In this video, we'll show you how to get started with Canvas for Palette 3 printing. Let's begin by visiting canvas3d.io. You can register a new account or log in. First, once you've logged into Canvas, start by creating a new printer profile from Printers on the side menu. You will have the option to choose from a list of profile presets, to import a profile from Simplified 3D, Slicer or Prusa Slicer, and Kiss Slicer, or to start from a blank profile. After you have selected how you want to create a new profile, you will be asked if you want to create a new setup. Select Create so this can be done automatically. Otherwise, this can be created later from Setups on the side menu. Secondly, we will go over the printer and slicer settings. For the extruder settings, you just want to check that the nozzle you are using matches the one entered here. If there is a Bowden extruder and tube on your printer, please enter the length of tube used between the extruder and the hot end. Under the bed settings, please check the dimensions of the bed are correct and that the origin offset is entered here correctly. Lastly, if you were previously using any custom sequences for your printer, they can be added here as well. After saving your printer settings, we can have a look at the different style profiles. Style profiles are preset slicer settings. Click on Standard and then Edit. Some settings you can start with are under the Extrusion tab. Here you can enter the desired extrusion width and multiplier or flow rate. Under First Layer Settings, if there is a Z offset for your printer, it can be entered here as well. After you are done reviewing slicer and style settings, please save. Third, we're going to configure our setup for this printer and Palette 3. Setups can be thought of as digital representations of your physical printing space. From the Setups menu, if you have already created a setup with the printer profile, select it and edit. Or create a new setup and select the printer profile from the list. Here is where we are going to add our Palette 3 model and the method in which we want to print with it. Click Add Device. If you have connected Palette 3 to the internet and activated it in Canvas, you will see your Palette 3 under My Online Devices. Select the Palette 3 model from My Online Devices in order to slice and send print files to it directly. If you don't already have your Palette 3 connected, that's okay. You can still add a palette model from this list and come back to edit the setup in the future with the online device. By selecting a palette model from this list here, you will still be able to slice for your palette and get the right file outputs. Select Accessory Mode if you are looking to print without a USB cable between Palette 3 and the printer. In Accessory Mode, after slicing you will have two files, a MAFX file to transfer to Palette 3 and a G-code file for the printer. If you are looking to print with a USB cable connection, select Connected Mode. After slicing, you will have a single MCFX file for both Palette 3 and the printer, which can be transferred to Palette to start the print. Connected Mode will also allow for controlling the printer from Palette, Smart Loading, and more. Once you are done adding your Palette 3 model, please save the setup. Fourth, we'll move into creating a new project and slicing. For a simple test print, you can download a simple 2-color keychain from the link below. Upload the STL files as a multi-material model. Once the files are uploaded, we also want to ensure our Palette 3 setup is used for this project. Please go to Settings and check that the setup with your printer profile and Palette 3 is selected here. Select the colors you'll be using for the print, and then to color the model, click and drag a color swatch from the toolbox over the STL. Once more than one color is used, you will see a transition tower appear next to the model. From here, review and save your slicer settings once more, and then hit Slice. After slicing, depending on which mode you save palette, you will have different file outputs. In Accessory Mode, transfer the MAFX file to Palette 3's USB drive and the G-code file to your printer storage. In Connected Mode, the MCFX file can also be transferred to Palette 3's USB drive, or if it's been connected and activated in Canvas, you can send this file directly to Palette. From here, you can start the print following the instructions on Palette's screen. For next steps, you can also check out our printing guides and videos in the links below. Thanks for watching!